Take 9 and action. Greetings, foolish mortal. 'Tis I, Viktorya Roze Tassi, and in today's video, I shall be doing yet another episode of Viktorya Roze Tassi Reads from Reddit. Now, before I get started, this is just a reminder, but SapphireSeaSiren, my small business, is now officially up and running. I have a website and everything. Links will be down below in the description box, but yeah, be certain to pop on in and show me some love, won't you? So, let's get to it, shall we? This first story is called I Can't Wait to Abandon My Disabled Brother, and it is from the True Off My Chest subreddit. Okay, so there's an update before I even start reading. It said, update, my girlfriend and I are pressing charges. I'll update you guys on the proceedings if you wish. Told my parents this a few hours ago. For content, I'm 18 male in my first year of college and waiting for there to be an affordable condo or apartment for my girlfriend and I to move into following this predicament. The other night, I had brought my girlfriend over as she had been having some issues at home, and I invited her to come stay with me for a night or two just to let it settle down. We had been together for 3 years, and she had been at my house place a handful of times due to my brother's violent outbursts. During this stay, my brother ended up attacking her unprovoked, grabbed at her hair, and managed to rip a chunk out. Ow. And she couldn't really fight him off until my mother and I managed to restrain him. At that point, I was so fed up. My girlfriend kept reassuring me that it was okay, but she was also sobbing about it, and we ended up just sleeping in my car that night since she couldn't head home, and I didn't want her in the same house as my brother. Today, my parents implied that I'd be the sole caretaker for him once they pass away. Oh, hell no. And I immediately put my foot down. You go, bro. We've been trying to send him to a group home for years, and the wait time was delayed due to the pandemic. And he's supposed to go to April 2024. I told them I'm not going to have anything to do with him once I'm out of here, and my parents got upset that I would abandon my brother like that. The thing is, I also never saw him as a brother, more as a fork in the road, and I've been waiting for the day he is out of my life. They said that he won't be able to live on his own, and I say to him that's why they're group home. I also mentioned that me and girlfriend want to get married and have children of our own, and that I will not be raising a 40 or so year old alongside my own children who could face the wrath of his outburst. They say I'm cold-hearted, but I don't care. Okay, first off, OP, your brother's just... I mean, like, on the one hand, I can understand why parents love him because he's their son, but... yeah. Okay, so someone down in the comment below said, NTA, why ruin more of your life being saddled with violent offender who would want that misery their whole life, thereby making sure you never have a family of your own because he's ridiculously violent over absolutely nothing. Let him be someone else's burden, and make no mistake, that's what he is 100% of the time, a burden. Someone else said, this is the time to be selfish. You need to protect yourself first and foremost. He needs to be in a care facility with people who are trained to deal with folks like him. Also, being in a facility means he will probably get medication to help with his violent outbursts and maybe therapy? ? My heart breaks for you and your girlfriend, though. Also, look into subsidizable housing. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Google your city name and subsidizable housing. If your area has it, apply ASAP. And when you go in to talk with the intake worker, tell them about your home life. You are in an unsafe and abusive home. You will be bumped up in priority. Some areas do have really long waiting lists, sadly, but even if it takes a couple of years, stay on that list. You can stay in substantial housing indefinitely, and your rent is based on your monthly income. usually about 30% of the gross monthly. I've been in my place for 17 years. Some months I paid $700, $700-ish. I was making decent money for a bit, then the job went to shit, so I left. Right now I'm paying $93 a month since I've been barely employed. My unit, if you were to move in right now, would be $1,650. I shall have to look into that. Yeah. Okay, so next up we have. Okay, hold on a moment. I just need to find it real quick. But yeah, saved. Come on. Jesus Christ. Finally. There we go. Okay, I can't find that story, so I'm just gonna go to another one. Hold on a minute. I have a lot of stuff saved in my Reddit saver. But yeah. Here we are. Perfect. Am I the a-hole if I give my girlfriend yeast wrapped up as a present? This was posted 3 years ago, so right around the COVID pandemic. So again, am I the a-hole if I give my girlfriend yeast wrapped up as a present? My girlfriend and I have been living together for a while now. She loves baking bread. I say it's safe to say that one of her favorite hobbies slash passion. As a result, we always have delicious bread in our home. I think it's amazing and I'm really lucky. For the sake of this post, I feel like I have to include that I've never baked bread. We both cook, but I never bake. I never asked her to either. She just does it because she enjoys it. She usually bakes bread once or twice a week. We live in a country where people have been stockpiling idiots, so supermarkets have been out of toilet paper, pasta, and apparently also yeast. About a week ago, my girlfriend told me that she's out of yeast. She seemed to be really bummed because she started being more experimental with her bread baking since we went into lockdown. So I made it my mission to get her yeast. I called every supermarket and finally found a bakery that was happy to sell me some. I picked it up yesterday and wrapped it up as a little present. Oh, I wanted to give it to my girlfriend tonight, but when I told one of my mates about it today, he said that it would be an insulting present. He thinks it's sexist, and my girlfriend might think I wanted to imply her to make me more bread. Dump this friend, OP. Just, if I were your girlfriend, then I would love you for life if you got me yeast. Just, oh, and by the way, my favorite type of flour is self-rising. So, yeah. Small update. I gave her the yeast wrapped up like I planned to, and she loved it. There are 4 fresh bread waiting to be eaten now. You're so awesome. And just to clarify, OP said in a comment that it wasn't their anniversary or her birthday or anything, but it was just a just because present. But oh, that's so sweet, OP. This next one is also again from the Am I the A-hole thread. Am I the a-hole for running away? And the verdict is not the a-hole. But OP goes on to say, first, this is a throwaway account for privacy reasons. Also, I'm on mobile, so forgive the formatting. I, 20 female, used to live with my mom, stepdad, and stepsister, who was the same age as me. When my mom married my stepdad and moved him in, I was 12, and from the get-go, it was obvious that there was something wrong with stepsister. I won't even attempt to speculate at a diagnosis, but she gets really clingy, would throw temper tantrum, and pee herself if she didn't get her way. She needs therapy. Also, she wouldn't regulate her voice and would just blurt whatever she was thinking and touch or take whatever she wanted. Basically, she has zero self-control or awareness. I talked with the parents about getting her into therapy and getting her a diagnosis, but I was scolded and grounded for bullying her. For what? Because that counted as bullying for them, so I never brought it up again. But she latched on to me and it ruined my life. Refused her own room, was put into every one of my classes. If I talked with someone else, she would throw a temper tantrum and pee herself at school, and I would end up having to take care of her. And the school did nothing? If I was invited somewhere and she wasn't allowed to go, I wouldn't go. The only thing I had was swim team because the coach took pity on me and allowed her to join so I could participate. When I was a junior, I turned 18 and got access to some money left to me by my dad and grandparents. That's when I made a plan. I got a P.O. box and didn't tell the parents. They told me that I was going to the same college as my sister, and I didn't argue and used the P.O. box to apply to other colleges. I got into the furthest one I could get into. Last summer, after graduation, this was posted a year ago for context. Last summer, after graduation, I bailed in the middle of the night, only took sentimental things and left everything including my phone. I left a letter and another with the neighbors so they wouldn't file a missing person report. It had been almost a year and I just checked up on them, stalked them online for the first time. Apparently my stepsister's committed and the parents are no longer living together. This is what happens when you don't take care of your kid emotionally. And for the record, OP, you didn't run away, you moved out. There are a lot of people who are saying that OP is not the a-hole. And someone said, OP isn't a victim of stalking. They were just forced into a position of caregiving for a disabled person. Please leave your projections in your own head. So, yeah. Anyways, that's everything I'm going to read for today. Until next time, bye!